What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have a new Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 video for you. Today we're going to be showing you 45 points of interest or Easter eggs that you can find in Kuttenberg. So we're only on the Kuttenberg map only for this video. Let's get into it, shall we? We have an overgrown quarry, and it's located in the northern sector of Kuttenberg here, and it's not too far above Clogged Well. Located right here. So this is a pretty neat little Easter egg. You can find actually a person here, and you can rob that person and take a soaked map as well, some groschen. So it's a pretty neat little area right here. You can grab the map, and the soaked map, I don't know what it's tied to, but it looks like it's just a miscellaneous item. And if you climb up the side of the quarry here and come up through this little place right here, you can find a bunch of groschen in a jar. About 500 groschen, something great that you can pick up from the quarry. Next, we have a flooded house right here.
That's bloody deep.
And it's located right here on the map, not too far from that last location. Right here. And there's also a dam right here. You can check it out as well. In the northern west part of Kuttenberg. And there's a little bit of loot right here. You can get like a knight's longsword, a gold cross with pearls, and some potions here if you want as well. If you come to the other side here, across from that, the house is right over there. And if you come to the other side here, you'll notice the dam. And the dam looks pretty cool. One of the very few dams I've actually seen in the game. And it's not too far from the flooded cottage. Next, we have two dead trees where you can get some free groschen right here, located in the northwest part of Kuttenberg. Two trees right there, and then there's a nest right here. The nest will give you some eggs. There's also, down below that, a jar of groschen that you can loot right here. So about another 348 groschen that you could just pick up, which is pretty neat. Next up, we have another little place you can get some loot, actually. And you're going to notice in this little pond right here next to this frog, if you zoom in all the way, you can see the frog. But you're going to see there is a drowned wagon right here. And it's in the north and west part of the map there. All you have to do is look for this little pond here. It's got a bunch of green moss on top of it. And it is a very hard lockpick. I don't know if this is actually part of a quest or something, but you can get a key somewhere, but you can lockpick it if you have the lockpicking skill. We're going to take a Henry's Quick Finger Potion and go ahead and pop this bad boy open with some lockpicks. But once you get in it, you get a hook gun. It is a hand cannon, and you also get some lead ball, scatter shot, and some blacksmith's kit. So yeah, you can get a hook cannon here. Actually, it looks like we got several of them. Looks like we may have got like 5 hook guns, which is pretty nice. Just kind of north from where we found all those weapons, we're going to go and see this is actually just more like an Easter egg of anything. There's actually a little camp here that you get to come here during a mission. You're going to get to a little camp here to the left. And it's just a little cave, like a cave-like structure. Thought you could sleep here, but maybe not. But there's a little cave here, and out from that, there's a neat little Easter egg right here. And it looks like a person inside of a fishing net for some reason. And if you open it, there's a perch in there that you can grab. But yeah, this is a neat little Easter egg I thought I'd share with you guys. And like I said, it's up here up north, the very northwest part of the map, up here. And here's another Easter egg not too far from that one. We actually stumbled upon this one, and it is the Cottage in the Woods. And I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, a reference to that. If I'm not mistaken, it is located, like I said, in the northwest side of the map here, not too far from this area right here, and not too far east of that fisherman's camp we just went to. And it is a pretty neat little, it's got like a giant chair, and then it's got a bunch of little chairs, and there's 4, 5, 6, 7 little chairs and a giant chair, and then there's like a feast on the table right here. And then a little bridge across here. There's also some little clothing, which at first I thought was kids' clothing, but it is small clothing that's strung up here on the drying racks or drying lines. And then inside of the house here...
No, I shouldn't leave now.
There are some little tiny beds that you can't sleep in. These little tiny beds, there's 7 of them in total, as you can see here. And then we have in here a full-size woman. And I actually took her apple, but there is a bitten apple that you can pick up right there and take if you wanted to. And there's so basically they bit the apple. It's like the poison apple.
I have to go back.
I'm gonna guess it, and there's some items here as well. You can loot some fresh vegetables and stuff like that as well. But that's pretty much it. It's more like a, I just want to call it an Easter egg more than anything. I thought it was pretty neat. I wanted to share it with you. And in a place where you blink and you'll probably miss it. It's right here in the middle of the woods. And there is a grave right here that you can rob. It's actually so it's called a buried treasure on the map. If you go kind of east of this town right here, and there's a bend in the river there, and there's a wide clearing here from that river. You'll see the river down there, and you come up this way, you'll see a large tree here, and at the base of that tree, you'll see a grave that you can rob. And then there's a sack inside of it. It gives you a golden ring, some groschen, 188, which isn't too bad. A golden crucifix, which is worth 2 of them, actually, which is worth a ton of groschen, and some other nice things as well. And you can just pick those up and take them. Next up on our stops is a Desecrated Spring. It's right on the edge of Sigismund's Camp. And if you go from Sigismund's Camp right there, kind of south of it, right to the end of the spring there on the map, you'll notice that there is a large desecrated area. It looks like there used to be like some, I don't know what they are, honestly. But if you go into the top portion of it here, you'll go and you'll see a kind of like a jug with an arm in it, a skeleton. You can get an engraved silver ring, some dried alchemy supplies, and some groschen as well. And I think that's really about it for this location. Just another little Easter egg / loot spot that you can go to. Next up, we have a neat little Easter egg here, and it's not too far from this town right here, Wasoka, which is not too far from Sukdal, down south Sukdal. If you follow this little path right here and kind of veer to the right, you're going to notice a little, it's really nothing here. It's just, it goes underneath the ground, and there's like a skeleton underneath here, which is pretty neat. There's some loot, actually. There's a quick finger potion, some lockpicks, 12 of them. So it's not completely worthless, but definitely worth checking out your time. You can sleep in here as well. There's a bed right there. And then there's a skeleton over here in a corner. So, yeah, it's just a neat little Easter egg with a little bit of loot. Not too bad. Also, not too far from that, there's 2 more real quick areas, I guess you can call them, right here. Not too far inside the woods. If you follow this path and just keep following it, you'll get to this little sacred stone here. Don't ask me what it does or what it's for. I don't know. It's just kind of like an Easter egg. It's like looks like maybe from indigenous people or something like that. It's some kind of sacred stone. So yeah, that's what it is. And then there's also another sacred something around here as well. We'll show you where that is. And this one is in this little clearing right here. It's called the Sacred Tree. It's got a bunch of weird bone skeletons on it and like carvings around and stuff like that as well. But I do believe there is actually loot here. You can come to this little basket right here, and there's like a deer heart, which is kind of weird. Some potions, henbane, poppy, and some groschen as well. And it's located not too far from the sacred stone right there, not next to the little clearing right here. You go to the top of the clearing, you'll see where our character is right there. That's where the sacred tree is. So, yeah, this is kind of weird. I don't know what these are for, but yeah.
Come here!
There's a bunch of other little things around like this. So, yeah, I don't know. Just a little bit of loot here, and another little Easter egg that you can find in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Found a spot right here that says, look. I don't know what this was for, but I was able to look at this pile right here. It's located right here in this clearing, not too far down from this town right here. Kind of on the border of the map, you'll see like a road that leads out here, and then another little town right here. And it's kind of northwest from this one right here, Old Loshta, I guess, or Lota. And you're going to be heading into this little clearing right here. And I don't know what this is actually going to... It says to start digging, so...
What's this here? Bones?
Okay, so it's
But
part
these
of
are
the dragon's
huge.
lair.
Odd looking. I should dig them up and ask around Billamy to see if anyone knows anything about them.
Okay, and it starts a Dragon Bones quest, or Dragon's Lair quest, looks like. So we were able to dig up the Dragon Bones. I guess they were Dragon Bones, actually. Yeah, Strange Dragon Bone is what you get whenever you dig this up. So it'll start a quest here. Next up, we have some nice little ruins here, and they're actually located all the way down south on the very south part of the map, not too far from Melshov, in the forest right here. Not too far from this area right here, and it's a little bit north of a boar hunting spot here, and not too far from this little horse trader right here. So if you want to go in the very bottom of the map there, and you can see these ruins right here, and there's a little place here to sleep as well, and there's actually some loot right here on the side. Hunting arrows, some snops, some potions, Bizor, some Groshen, 17 of that. We got some kits and some sheep skins and stuff like that as well. And if you need a spade, it's right here to the right. Next little place is going to be right here. It's located in between these two paths here on the east side, and it's kind of like southeast, something like that. Not too far up from Denmark, and it's going to be located right here. It's like right below a wolf hunting spot, right here at an old massive tree is what it's called. There's like a little camp right here, which I don't think there's anything at the camp to loot actually, but if you keep going kind of south from the camp, in this general area, you're going to see a giant tree here, and there's a bunch of rocks and stuff growing out from it. It's like an old... It's called an old massive tree, which I thought was pretty neat. And actually, there's a little hat right here, a little straw hat on it if you want it, which I thought was neat. I don't know what the hat's for, but I'm not going to take it. But yeah, it's what just an I don't know why, but it's on the map as a old massive tree. Henry says someone left a straw hat here whenever you pick it up. I don't know why. This next one we found here is called the Sharpshooter's Duel. And it looks like there's two people who killed each other in a duel to the death. And it's located right here. It's called the Sharpshooter's Duel. It's over here on the east side of the map, kind of mid-east-ish. Maybe a little bit down south, not too far from Kuttenberg. And it's located right here in this little valley. You'll see like a little valley right here. And they both have some loot on them. Let's see, this one has an ornate hunting crossbow. That's a really nice crossbow. We're going to take that actually. And we're going to rob the body. Got some loot on it. Looks like a treatise on the beauty of the crossbow. Looks like a skill book that you can take. On this one over here on the right hand side. In the middle looks like there is a very hard lockpick, and there is 500 Groshen.
Mutt!
Shut up, Godmud. Quick round. And actually there's a key right here. You don't have to pick it if you don't want to, but we just picked it for the experience. There's a key to the wager chest. Got a silver cup here as well if you want to pick those up. And a tin pitcher and some apples. And then over here on the side, we're going to go to this one, Lortez. And they got some, looks like some arrows in them. And a book on nobility of the bow. And some Groshen as well. So yeah, if you're interested, right here is where it's located. You can get some Groshen, 500 Groshen, and 2 skill books it looks like. So pretty nice. Not too far from there, there's a collapsed mine here, it looks like. And there's some...
You almost made it. Tough luck.
Looks like it collapsed on a miner there. And we can loot his silver nuggets. Looks like he's got some silver nuggets there worth some Groshen. And there's also some loot around here on the side, it looked like. We had a little bag right here. We have some wine, some bread, Nighthawk potions, some more Groshen, and a candle if you want it. And this is actually located not too far from the last location right there, from the Sharpshooter's Duel, over here in the bend of the river. If you just kind of follow the river down, and you'll see it right here, collapsed mine. And there's another little section over here Kind of like a little hut over here. Looks like a little miner's hut. And inside here, you're going to be able to get some charcoal and some sulfur. And some nails if you want them as well. Charcoal and sulfur is pretty good for alchemy if you're interested in that. Pretty neat Easter egg with some loot, I think. Little collapsed mine. If you look, there's a clogged well. And I don't know what this is. We were just kind of on the roadway and found it just now. And if you go to, over here to the side here, there's a little pouch here you can open. It's going to give you an old ring and some groschen if you're interested in that. And that's actually located not too far from this town right here called Balani. If you come to this location right here, it's not too far from that last one, the little Clogged Well. You go north of it and you kind of follow the creek down here once you go past that bridge. Just follow the creek down a little ways and right there's the bridge. And you'll get to some barrels here. Fallen barrels. And this is where you can get a ton of cheap wine. Looks like there's a few different barrels around here. Get one as well. I'll take it all.
Oh, I can't go any further.
Yes, you
It's
can.
too deep.
And some more wine. There's like a ton of wine here. So if you're interested in wine or want to drink to your heart's content, there's a little cart here that dumped a bunch of wine. So if you want to come out and get it, get you some wine at this location. Right here, not too far from Miskowitz. I don't know if you want to even call this a Easter egg or not, but there's a mad beekeeper. Shows up in the little yellow icon right there. And it's right there in kind of the north part of the town. And this is the mad beekeeper right here, kind of off all by himself.
Clear off. Those are my bees.
Okay. Can I have your bees?
Get away. Those are my bees. Get out of here, mutt. No one wants to hear you barking.
Ooh. Nice. He's got so much honey in this box right here. It's ridiculous. Wow. That is a lot of honey. So if you're looking for honey, this is a really great place. And then he's got all these beehives also that have honey that you can loot. So if you're looking for honey, here it is. Lots and lots of it. And apparently if you want to get more honey, not too far north of here, there is another beehive or sets of beehives. So we're right here just now, down here at the Mad Beekeeper. Just kind of go north and right here at the edge of the woods here, you're going to see a bunch of beehives. And you can get more honey here as well. There's so much honey. And there's also some dead corpses here as well. Soldiers. They probably tried to rob the honey and got stung to death. Actually, they didn't try. They did. And there's a little bit more here behind them as well. There's a little path that leads here. And there's more beehives. And more honey. I don't know what you really use honey for. I guess for probably potions and whatnot. But looks like we got almost 200 honey out of that. Which is ridiculous. Located right here, not too far from Old Kunta, I think. I guess that's how you pronounce it. North of that, there is a little place right here called Closed Mine. And there's actually a lot of charcoal in here in this little place right here. You'll see this area. It's a pretty large structure. You can't miss it. Over here to the left in this little corner right here, you're going to see charcoal. And it's like 50 charcoal right there, which is pretty nice for alchemy and stuff like that. Looks like there's also an old key here. Not quite sure what that goes to yet. Maybe we'll find out soon. And we got some saltpeter, some sulfur, and some copper here as well. That's quite a bit of copper, actually. Bag of nails and the hammer. Well, the hammer you can't loot. But yeah, some pretty neat little things in here. Some nice loot. Materials that you can loot. And not too far from that locked mine here, kind of go, looks like northwest. We found this little hut over here. And it's a locked hut. We're going to go ahead and unlock it and see what's inside of it.
Curva.
Oh god, there's a guy inside.
It doesn't matter. You're not leaving this place alive.
And he's dead. He's a smuggler, it looks like. Looks like inside his hut we got some wine. Some fine wine. bunch of other little things looks like around here. And looks like we can open up we get a skill book in this box here, which is the products of Skilled Hands IV. Bunch of materials for crafting, armorer's kits and blacksmith kits. And then we have a hard lockpicks box. We're going to go ahead and open it up, see what's inside that. And inside that, we got Warhammer and Marksman hook gun, which is pretty nice. Scatter shot. Looks like we have the sketch for the dueling longsword, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a really good longsword. And 360 groschen, so this is a pretty nice place to come to. Come here, fight the dude, or kill him with a bane arrow, whatever you want to do. We're just going to take it all, actually. So yeah, we got some loot in here that's well worth it, I do believe. There's a neat little burnt down forest that's located right here on the map, kind of north of Old Kunta. And right here in the middle, you'll get like a little icon that says burnt down forest. And this is what you'll see. Kind of a burned down forest. I thought it was just something neat to kind of mention to you guys. It looks like there might be a little bit more to this place than I thought. Right here, there's a kind of like a body down in here that you can loot. And you can get all kinds of stuff here. And right here, it looks like I found a little camp. It's called a burnt down camp. And that one was called a burnt down trap. And this is what it looks like. Oh, there's actually some loot here. A dagger, some horseshoes, got lockpicks. Nice, very nice. A few little valuable things. And here, apparently a burnt down hideout, which is located right here on the map, not too far. So they're all kind of in the north part of this burnt down forest here. If you're exploring around, you'll see this large area right here, and then this little building right here. Not too far from a cathedral and stuff up north. And there's a really hard locked door here. You're gonna have you're gonna be able to pick very hard locks, and we're gonna go ahead and just for easy access, we're gonna go ahead and use a quick finger Henry potion, since we know those, and access it. And lockpick it really easy. We do have high lockpicking though. So you do have to have high lockpicking to get in here. And then we have the main building or structure here that we can go into. Oh, it looks like it leads down into some kind of underground structure of sorts. Drop down here. Looks like there's water in the next level, so we're just going to leave it there. From here, from the ladder, what you're going to do is you're going to go straight, and then you're going to do left, and then continue straight again. And then to the left here, you'll get to where I was, and yeah, you can't. It doesn't seem like you can actually get in there though. It's only meant for you to be able to look at them and stuff. Let's see if we can actually use the photo mode to get over there and see a little better. Yes, we can. Those look like dinosaurs. And then there's like a dead body of a guy here. He's been eaten. Probably by the compies. So, yeah. Those are compies. For sure. And right here, not too far north of Kuttenberg, right here in this little, if you see like this little circle path that kind of leads back to itself, or splits off and then leads back to itself. Right here's a Catwoman. I don't know what that means.
Where did you come from? What are you doing here?
Are you hiding something?
It depends. I think you're hiding something. Or am I wrong?
Here? Me? Nothing. Nothing at all. You better not hang around. Just go. I like my peace, you know?
Calm down. I was just passing by.
Then don't stop and keep going. You won't be seeing anything interesting here.
All right. I better go.
Go! And keep an eye on that beast.
See you soon, my friend.
Not too far from her house, which is right over here. And on the map right here, there's a large building.
I really need to eat something.
All right, Henry. I'm hearing cats inside. I don't see a way to get in.
Is that meowing? How many of them are there, for Christ's sake?
Oh, okay, so she's the crazy cat lady. She's got a bunch of food laid out for me. Fresh milk. Apparently a lot of them. Something's not right here.
I've noticed a couple of strange things here, and I don't like the way it looks at all.
What strange things? I don't know anything.
There are strange noises coming from the house.
So you're the one scaring my cats.
I was wondering about the sound I heard. That barn must be full of them.
Don't exaggerate. I only had one for a long time. When she died, I started feeding the strays in the neighborhood, and they stayed with me. And new ones come in every couple of days.
All right, I better go.
Go! And keep an eye on that beast.
So if you come over to the graveyard here, not too far from Kuttenberg, we're going a little bit north of Kuttenberg. There's a few things over here, actually, you can find over here in this little Settlitz monastery right here. And right here, we can rob this grave right here.
This skull is rather small, and all these toys.
Looks like a child's
Eternal rest
grave.
grant unto him, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon him. May he rest in peace.
You could pick a
Amen.
child's skull for some reason. Not too far from this little grave right here. We're going to go over here in the corner. You're going to see like a little building in the corner over there. And if you go over here, you'll see like a little camp. Now, I've already explored this on my streams, but there was a sword in here. A little sword nub here and then like a little camp. And I thought this was a neat little thing that we found. And just a little bit of loot. I don't know. I'd call it an Easter egg, I guess. Also, on the outskirts of the monastery here, you're going to notice there's going to be like a little hidden ladder right here. And it is not too far in the wall. You'll see like a creek. And there's like a grate here from the left of that. You can go into the hidden ladder. And you can examine the ladder.
Seems like someone's been sneaking in and out from the monastery.
And then there's a box here as well that you can lockpick. And we'll lockpick that up. And we got a Master Huntsman's hat. Some other clothes here. Gemstones, Saver Snops. Nice. A map from Chest by Settlitz. Some Groshen, Key to the Chest by Settlitz. Some soap and some perfume. And then you get this map right here, which looks like it leads to, if you go kind of down the creek here into this place right here. This looks like what the place is on the map here. Ooh, it's a very hard, but we got the key to it. So we got a bunch of apples, some loot, silver cups, stuff like that. Oh, look, a book. Strong lion perfume. And it's called a love nest, apparently. And here is a sunken chest here, apparently just in the middle of nowhere. Thanks, Mutt. We found a area right here, just on the island. It's not too far east of Kuttenberg. And it looks like it is a sunken chest and is a hard lockpick. So you gotta be able to do hard lockpicks to be able to get into this. And we're gonna go ahead and lock in and see what we can get. It looks like we're getting a book, The Strength of the Night, IV. 241 groschen, and some other things. Actually, just not too far from the gallows. So there's a little reference to, I think, Where's Waldo? And it is right here, located in the middle of the town here, kind of in the top or the north section of the town. You're going to see there's a little path you can go through here, and you're going to get to this little place right here. It's a little hut. Kind of had it marked there so you can see it. And
I'm sorry.
I like to mark those so you guys can see it. But if you go through this doorway right here, you'll see like an arc here and other places around. Go in this doorway right here, and we're going to climb this ladder right here. And go into here.
It looks like someone comes here to pray. It
It's like a
reminds me
little
of the
prayer room.
Valdensians.
Prayer room or whatever, you actually can't go through this door here. So that's why you gotta go up and around. But if you go in here, you actually get a book, and it's called The Teachings of Peter Waldo. It's a neat little book that you can pick up. Your little silver chalices here, and yeah, it's just like a little chapel type deal. Something neat to mention. You can go back up and out the ladder. And if you look on the map here while you're inside of Kuttenberg and you zoom in, you'll see like two, like a guy and a woman. And this is called the Garden in Eden, apparently, like in the Bible, I guess. And what you got to do is you got to do a hard lockpick right here, which we've already done, and come in the side. And that's how you get into the Garden of Eden. And it's a beautiful looking garden. It really is.
That's beautiful. Like the Garden of Eden.
And apparently we're trespassing. But he has a lot of dried herbs up top here.
Off you go. Quick.
In a box. Hold on. Let's see if we can get away from him. Looks like we got some clothes, snops, and some cobweb, actually. Or cobweb. And some dried mint and stuff like that. So not too awful valuable, but something pretty neat to check out. Another little place we found is the canal under the wall. So right here is a wall right here, down south of Kuttenberg. And you can only you can't get to it from this side. There's like an invisible wall from this side. But if you come on this side right here across this little bridge and the entrance over here to Kuttenberg, and then go right here, you're going to notice that there is a wall that you can fall off of or go down. And then on the side here, there's going to be a canal. And there's like a dead skeleton here and a wagon wheel and a box that you can lockpick that's easy. And we can automatically open up easy boxes. But you get a ring, some moonshine, some groschen, and a spade. Nothing too awful special, but just wanted to show you that. And the skeleton. And apparently every city has a garbage and waste heap. Oh look, and there's blood as well. And Kuttenberg is no different. So if you're going to come out to the edge of the Kuttenberg here, and you're going to go right here on this area, and you'll notice there is like a garbage heap outside of the city walls. And yeah, looks like we got a place here we can actually dig. Let's do it. Right. There's nothing here. Okay. Oh, it looks like it actually goes down over the hill too. What joy. Oh, there's dogs too. So yeah, that's the start of a medieval land heap, pretty much.
What is it, Mutt?
Oh, maybe Mutt found something, actually. Hold on. Oh, actually, there's a grave right here. Or something. Oh, looks like that one's empty as well. It's kind of odd, isn't it? And we have a really neat Easter egg as well. This is actually underground in Kuttenberg. We're going to start from right here, not too far from the center of, pretty much the center of town almost. And we're going to go underneath and go through this little doorway right here. I'm going to open this up. And we're going to go into the basement. We're going to find the basement here, right here. And then we're going to go into the tunnels underneath Kuttenberg. Right here. Not too far from here. Then we're going to head down into the dungeon part right here, or down deeper. And we're going to notice that we have a vampire down here. And yes, there is a vampire here in Kuttenberg. So it's not too far from that. That's how you get to it, to see it for yourself. There's a dead woman here as well. There's another way. Keep going that way. Or, I don't know, the rest of Kuttenberg. But yeah, you can look in, see there's like, looks like garlic maybe sitting around and some skulls. There's a golden chalice here you can pick up as well. But yeah, and then there's a golden crucifix on the vampire. I'm pretty sure this is a vampire reference because there's a lot of garlic and stuff around. And usually you put garlic around vampires. So yeah, That's a pretty neat little Easter egg, if you ask me. And you can see that we went in photo mode here, and there's like a little stake in its heart. So yeah, this is definitely a vampire. 100% vampire. And you can see the stake right there. Which is pretty cool. All right, so this one's a little hard to find, but there is a... I don't even know what it spells, actually. It says rules, and then it says something else. I think it may be in a different language, but this is located right here. It's not too far from the old campsite here. There's like an old campsite if you discovered all this stuff and buried treasure. It's kind of north of this town right here, kind of northeast a little bit. Section right here on the road where it splits multiple ways. If you just kind of go west of that, right here in the middle of the forest, you can find this. It's just a little Easter egg, but I don't know exactly what it says. It might be a different language that I don't speak, so... From what I gather, PLVO, maybe. It's made out of sticks and stuff. But I have no clue what it means. And there's poop here as well. But it's in a little cave here, and it's kind of close to the border of the map there. So yeah, that's whatever this one is. The next we're going to show you is, it's actually an Easter egg more than anything. There's like a little bit of loot here, not much. But if you're looking at right here, it's not too far east of Kuttenberg. You can just follow the river up from where we did the Sunken Chest and all that good stuff and go this way. And it will be like right here in the bend, this bend right here. And you'll come up, you'll see it's pretty easy to find if you're just following the river. But there is like pretzel and stuff here, not really much to loot. But over here behind this tub here, there is actually a skeleton, and we're going to show you what the skeleton looks like. It looks like it really looks like maybe a fish person or a mermaid. Let's go into... Oh yeah, and they got like a little fork there, kind of like a trident almost. Oh, and a golden chalice here as well. So there is a little bit of loot. But yeah, there's like a fish person here. Going into photo mode, yeah, that definitely looks like a fin on the end of him. So yeah, we definitely have a fin, and this looks like a mermaid, almost. That's there's a mermaid here if you wanted to come and see it, which is pretty neat. Another quick mention is right above the Devil's Den here. There's a little maypole on the edge of the world here that you can't actually get to, but you can still see. And if you look on the map here, just kind of north of the Devil's Den, there's a little path that goes, and then you could kind of get as close as you can to it. But we're going to go into kind of like photo mode and see if we can't get a bit closer. But yeah, that's the maypole. There's like a maypole over there, and it's pretty neat. I just thought it was something off the edge of the world that you can't see. Maybe there's going to be some kind of expansion up here at some point, maybe. There's also a little building right here, but you can't get to it either on the map. So yeah, just a little maypole. The next two, actually, are going to be right here at Kuttenberg. If you come and fast travel to the Kuttenberg entrance up north here, you'll see there's actually two of them here we're going to show you. The very first one we're going to show you, we're going to go into the entrance of Kuttenberg here, and we're going to go to the left. And over here, there's something called the Protector of Kuttenberg. It's just like it looks like a straw man with a sword. Search the figure, and you can get a strange little verse here as well. I don't know what those are for, honestly, but there's also a little bit of loot here at the bottom, some skins and stuff like that, if you want to take that as well. But yeah, this is the Protector of Kuttenberg. And then on down from there, we got to continue going. There's actually another little Easter egg, actually. Go through here.
Glad to see polite people like you.
Gobbles. And then over here in the bushes, you're going to see a cat with a sword and some boots on. And there's a little loot bag, but you can actually loot it. So we're going to get a little closer here with photo mode. Yeah, it's I'm going to guess that's a reference to Puss in Boots. Probably from Shrek. That would only be my guess. But yeah, so Puss in Boots. It's got little boots on it in the back. So that's pretty neat. And that's actually located right here on the map. It's not too far from this entrance right here. The next little Easter egg here is kind of north of the Setlitz Monastery. And you're going to go straight and follow this wall right here. And in here, I don't know what this is exactly, but it is some kind of skeletal structure. It's some kind of skeleton. Or like a skull, almost like a human in a human rib cage almost. So maybe a harpy or something? Some kind of harpy maybe? So yeah, that's I don't know what this is or what it's intended to be, but it's an Easter egg for sure. And that's going to be all the Easter eggs and points of interest that we have so far for Kuttenberg, the Kuttenberg map only. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you got one that we haven't actually displayed here on this video, you want to let us know in the comments down below, please do so. We'd love to figure them out, and maybe we'll add like another video to it or something like that. We will be doing a video on the Trotsky region and doing a video on all that. We got to go and explore it, though. It took us about 50 hours to kind of explore all this stuff. And thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
God bless.
God bless. God bless. Peace.